Democrats love hashtagging their staffers. Oh boy.
Oh,
Yes,
you know.
that was a reverse play on hashtagging, which you guys know what a hash.
All you
Well,
can talk about
oh,
is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Slowpoke Garcia says screams and pumpkin and woos, but he did not put asterisks on either side of that. So I'm guessing he said that, and it wasn't a thing that he was doing.
Oh, so what are the three things then?
What's that?
What were the three things you said?
Um, I don't know. For some reason, they're not loading on mine.
Oh, 1 second. I'll reload it. But go on.
Oh, you just screwed me all up because I had to switch screens. All right.
Sorry.
How dare you? All you can talk about is next stories. And
There was
eternal streams.
yeah. So he says screams in pumpkin woos. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, last week, yeah. So hashtagging, yeah. Democrats have been hashtagging their staffers. Last week, House Ethics Committee. That's a funny joke. Opened an investigation into allegations that Democratic Rep. Katie Hill was having an inappropriate relationship with her female staffer, and she's also a female herself. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Ooh, sexy.
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
The allegations came from articles put out by Red State and the Daily Mail last week. In those articles, they showed evidence that Katie and her husband had been involved in a throuple, which coincidentally rhymes with trouble, with the staffer for quite some time. Some of the evidence included text messages and photos of all three going on vacation together.
After the House Ethics Committee announces their investigation into Hill,
that's like when they got him in like the Orwell books, where it's like the Ministry of Happiness. Like it just
right?
like it does like the exact opposite of what it is.
Just the idea of Congress being ethical.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Hill quickly announced her resignation. She claims that her reason for her resignation was due to one of the photos of her that Red State released showing her nude with the staffer. She says that this has embarrassed her and that she is resigning for the good of the party, saying that if she stays, all the right-wing media outlets will use her image for sexual entertainment. She said that the photo accounts amounts to revenge porn and that the media is assisting her abusive husband in ruining her career. Now, if I remember correctly, the picture was publicly available and he just shared it, but still wrong for him to do that. But if you're willing to...
And by remembering that, Dyer means he read ahead and just said that I was going to say.
Go on.
How dare you? That's an interesting take, since the mainstream media and Democrat establishment have backed her up on this interpretation of events. But there are a few holes in that narrative. The intimate photo that the Daily Mail found was posted by Hill herself on a wife-sharing website that was publicly available to anyone who was searching for it.
How dare you post that picture I posted myself publicly?
Yes.
How would she think that was not going to become public? You are in Congress. Come on.
It's not about what she thought. It's about what she's trying to spin it as.
Okay. The other issue, well, Hill's staffer said she was screwing. Sorry, the Hill's staff that she was screwing was getting paid by Hill's office at the same time, which to say you the taxpayer were paying for this. You were paying for a booty call, which is a big no-no in Congress. Even they have some ethics, which is there are also reports that Hill was abusive to the staffer. Not only were you paying for a booty call, you're paying for a punching bag. Good job.
No.
Oh, but with many citing that the Pound Me Too standard that there was no way to give sexual consent to someone who was employed, who has employment power over you. So yes, they all the time say when a male boss has a relationship with a female subordinate that it's abuse of power and that it's essentially rape because you can't consent when you don't have equal power. So I guess Hill here not only was cheating, but she was also raping another female. Oh no!
Whoa, no!
They'll hold her to the same standard for which they've destroyed so many people's lives. What's your bet? Higher? What's the over under on that? And
yeah.
Right before she resigned, there was another allegation that she was having an affair with a male staffer as well. Oh, well, that's not quite as exciting. Who she was also paying gobs of money to. So we, the taxpayer, pay for two different prostitutes. Wow. Yes. Also, Jeffrey Epstein was murdered to protect high-profile pedophiles.
Is there any truth to this? Was she paying a lover with taxpayer money? And was she Me Tooing a female staffer? Who knows? But I'm pretty sure that
she was credibly accused, okay?
Yes, credibly accused.
Credibly accused. And that's a meaningful statement that isn't just nothing.
Yes. But I'm pretty sure that, so I don't know if I think this is true. It was just credibly accused. But if it was true, I'm pretty sure a house ethics, I can't even say it because it's like my brain is like, well, that's not a real combination of words. The House Ethics Committee investigation would have definitely gotten to the bottom of it. Hill knew that this would be the case, and that is why she resigned. Not because she was embarrassed and she thinks that right-wingers are going to be jerking it to her. And she resigned before any more of this could come out.
How twisted is to think that people were going to post that picture for sexual gratification? First off, it's all blurred. I think they'll go with the picture she posted on the actual website rather than the one that's posted by the news media, because the one that she posted wasn't blurred.
She was definitely under an 8, so I can't tell if they're not over an 8. So she definitely wasn't over an 8.
Yeah, so she's not my type either. Anyway, so Hill is not the only Dem using taxpayer money. I didn't want to tell what my type was. I almost did.
Is your type not a bitch?
Yeah, I'm not into bitches. Thanks.
She's a bitch.
So Hill is not the only Dem using taxpayer money to fund sexual escapades. Obviously, what, Clinton? Obviously, I mean, it's private humidor. Obviously, we have Omar, who is credibly accused of using campaign funds to make bulk payments to her boyfriend. Though we're not talking about her husband, her brother husband. We're talking about another boyfriend, just to be clear. Though it's still unclear if she let her husband watch or not. He could just be a cuckold, and in which case it was all consensual.
Yeah, but he could be a cuckold who's not allowed to watch.
Oh yeah, he could still be
isn't that rough, man?
I'm sorry. I didn't want to go against the established fact that he is indeed a cuckold, whether or not he was allowed to watch.
Do you think that when Omar's boyfriend comes over, she brings his husband, he brings enough for 3, when he goes and gets Chinese food or something? Or do you think that Omar's husband, that her boyfriend doesn't feed him?
Well, being as that they're getting a divorce now, I'm pretty sure the cuckolding was not consensual. Then there is the Democrat rep from Guam, who is also credibly accused of having sexual relationships with a staffer. Is it just me, or am I sensing a pattern here?
Yeah. It seems to be a small pattern.
It seems like the Democrats have a bit of a trend of abusing power when they get power, becoming corrupt and using their power to take, to benefit themselves.
There was this, where was it? I think maybe it was the New York Times. I think it's this link I got here. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. But no, that wasn't the one. I must have missed it. Because I think it was Washington Post, which I didn't save the link for that because I didn't actually cite it. But the Washington Post article about this, it was a woman in the opinion piece. It was a woman writer who was writing an opinion piece, and she started off with, "Yeah, I know, #me too, yada yada yada. But let's talk about why it's wrong for her to have to resign." I was like, whoa. If any Republican who was accused of that were to, there was a Republican that was accused of that, and Tucker Carlson got on to Fox News and said, yeah, hashtag me too, yada, yada, yada. Here's why it's okay that he did that. Oh my God, they would literally light his house on fire.
Yeah, they would probably do that.
Yes. Hold on a second. Kirgo, a thruple is a triple couple.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, if they hold her to their own standard, they would have, called for resignation immediately. But no, it goes to show how freaking hypocritical they are. That she is actually Me Tooing someone and is clearly using government money for her own benefit. But they're totally okay with it. It's because she's one of those. She's a female, and she's progressive, so it's okay. She can break their morals. It's okay, as long as she's on their side. Very tribalistic.
Yes. Shadow Wolf says the Democrats are corrupt and abuse power. Shocked Pikachu face.
Yeah,
we were very shocked about this too.
And by the way, there's evidence to all the things that they're accusing her of, because there's picture and evidence, and also people's testimonies. However, they're willing to destroy Kavanaugh on one person's shaky testimony from a crime that they're accusing happened 30 years ago with zero evidence. I mean, they're just willing to destroy him over that. But then this woman's fine. Yeah, right.
Well, yes, of course. Because she's a Democrat, Dyer. Did you not? Did you not hear that?
Oh yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now you understand, right? Okay. Yeah.